Some of the most daring, entertaining, and original superhero films never got the recognition they deserved because they were too weird, too early, or simply drowned out by bigger names. Today on Popcorn Primetime, we're counting down 10 underrated superhero movies that you absolutely need to watch if you're a superhero fan. Please do hit like and subscribe to join the Popcorn Club, and let's get into it. Before Spider-Man, Sam Raimi unleashed Darkman, a twisted mix of pulp action and gothic horror. Liam Neeson plays Peyton Westlake, a scientist left horribly disfigured after an explosion, who survives thanks to experimental synthetic skin that allows him to impersonate anyone, but only for 99 minutes. It's the kind of movie that hooks you with tragedy and keeps you with its manic energy, full of Raimi's signature crash zooms and exaggerated villains. Darkman is part Frankenstein, part Phantom of the Opera, part comic book fever dream. It wasn't a smash hit, but it spawned 2 sequels and earned cult status. Fun fact, Raimi only created Darkman because he was denied the rights to Batman, and in the process, he invented his own superhero. What if Superman existed, but he was drunk, angry, and hated by the people he saved? That's Hancock. Will Smith plays a washed-up hero whose reckless rescues do more harm than good. When PR expert Jason Bateman tries to clean up his image, Hancock stumbles into a redemption arc, and an unexpected twist involving Charlize Theron changes everything. It's messy, yes, but that's what makes it fascinating. Hancock isn't about saving the world, it's about what happens when a superhero is deeply, painfully human. Critics were divided, but audiences voted with their wallets. The film made over $600 million worldwide. And honestly, Will Smith crash landing into billboards while hungover is one of the funniest sights in superhero cinema. Long before the MCU, Disney gave us The Rocketeer, a 1930s adventure about a stunt pilot who discovers a jetpack and becomes a reluctant hero. What makes it list-worthy is its golden age charm. Billy Campbell plays the everyman hero, Jennifer Connelly brings classic Hollywood glamour, and Timothy Dalton hams it up as a Nazi spy posing as a swashbuckling movie star. Director Joe Johnston later recycled this retro vibe for Captain America, the first Avenger, but The Rocketeer did it first. It flopped at release, but decades later, fans cherish it as a cult classic. If you love pulpy adventure with a dash of nostalgia, this is the one. Here's a twist. What if the villain actually wins? In Megamind, Will Ferrell voices a blue-headed supervillain who finally defeats his heroic rival, only to discover that life without a nemesis is boring. So he creates a new hero, who turns out to be even worse. This clever DreamWorks satire skewers superhero cliches while sneaking in heartfelt lessons about identity and redemption. It was overshadowed by Despicable Me when it came out, but over time its sharp writing and witty humor have aged beautifully. In fact, in 2025, the film got its own spin-off series, proving it was never truly gone. 3 teens discover a mysterious glowing object and wake up with telekinetic powers. At first, it's pranks, flying, and harmless fun, until one of them, played by Dane DeHaan, starts using his powers for revenge. What follows is a chilling descent into superpowered tragedy. Shot in a found-footage style, Chronicle feels terrifyingly real. It asks what would actually happen if teenagers had godlike abilities, and the answer isn't pretty. Made for just $12 million, it raked in over $120 million worldwide. It also launched the careers of Dane DeHaan, Michael B. Jordan, and director Josh Trank. Bruce Willis plays David Dunn, the lone survivor of a horrific train crash who slowly realizes he might be indestructible. Opposite him, Samuel L. Jackson plays Elijah Price, a fragile comic book collector convinced superheroes are real. Unlike most superhero flicks, Unbreakable is quiet, eerie, and thoughtful. M. Night Shyamalan explores what it would mean to discover you're extraordinary, not through explosions but through character and mood. It wasn't embraced at release, but today it's praised as one of Shyamalan's best and a superhero classic decades ahead of its time, and its sequels, Split and Glass, only deepened its legacy. James Gunn's Super is what happens when someone completely unqualified decides to become a superhero. Rainn Wilson plays Frank, whose wife leaves him, prompting him to reinvent himself as the Crimson Bolt, armed with nothing but a wrench and delusions of justice. Elliot Page co-stars as his disturbingly enthusiastic sidekick, Libby. Together, they dish out justice in ways that are more horrifying than heroic. It's brutal, awkward, and often uncomfortable, but that's the point. Gunn strips away the glamour and shows how terrifying vigilantes would be in real life. Super bombed at the box office, making just $600,000, but over time, it's become a cult favorite, and a fascinating precursor to Gunn's later work with Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad. Forget Stallone's campy 90s version. This is Dredd done right. Karl Urban dons the helmet as the uncompromising Judge Dredd, trapped with rookie Olivia Thirlby in a skyscraper ruled by Lena Headey's ruthless drug lord, Ma. It's essentially Die Hard with body armor, floor after floor of relentless violence, jaw-dropping slow-motion shootouts, and gritty world-building. Despite glowing reviews, Dredd bombed at the box office due to poor marketing, but fans haven't let it die. Its cult following keeps demanding a sequel, proof that this stripped-down, ultra-violent comic adaptation hit a nerve. Antonio Banderas plays Alejandro, a thief who becomes the new Zorro under the mentorship of Anthony Hopkins. Along the way, he battles corrupt aristocrats, woos Catherine Zeta-Jones, and reminds us why swashbuckling heroes never go out of style. Zorro may not fly or shoot lasers, but he's the blueprint for superheroes, a masked identity, a symbol of justice, and a double life. Without Zorro, there might not even be Batman. The film grossed over $250 million worldwide, but is often left out of superhero conversations. It deserves to be there, because it proves capes and masks have been thrilling audiences long before the MCU. Finally, Zack Snyder's Watchmen, a deconstruction of superheroes unlike anything audiences had seen before. Set in an alternate 1980s, it follows flawed, broken heroes navigating Cold War paranoia, corruption, and moral collapse. Jackie Earle Haley's Rorschach delivers one of the most iconic performances in comic book cinema, and the opening montage is considered a masterpiece on its own. At release, critics were divided, too dark, too cynical. But with time, Watchmen has been reappraised as a daring, ambitious take on the genre. The director's cut and Ultimate Edition only made it richer. If The Avengers is about why we need heroes, Watchmen is about why maybe we shouldn't. Which of these have you seen, and which one are you adding to your watch list? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit like and subscribe to join the Popcorn Club for more underrated gems, deep dives, and Hollywood stories every week.